What's good, y'all? We back with another episode, and right now I don't even know what to say, or how to think, because these exposition dumps of ascension and time displacement that we got last episode can pretty much explain anything that they want to do in the ever after at all. Those citizens that fell here in Volume 8 from Atlas, they probably died. They probably got ascended, so we won't be seeing them. And I know a lot of people are saying that that Little is Penny's body that's ascended, and I don't really know if I like that or not, because I still like the idea that Penny's soul, is part of the Winter Maiden powers and is with Winter right now, unless they do something where it's Penny's soul is split from Penny's body, so Penny's body, it ascending has more captured her ideals, I guess, her thought process, her emotions, her feelings, and that kind of got remade into Little. I like that way more than it actually being, Penny herself, because I much rather have that being with Winter. But on top of that, then you have Jaune as well, who is a DILF now, I guess. I mean, I don't even know, because he's been down here forever at this point. He's met Alex. I know I brought up those footprints on the sand one time, thinking that, those were someone who came down here with Alex. But no, what if those were Jaune's, because those are footprints on the beach already gone. They would have been there before Alex came to the ever after. So what if those are Jaune's footprints? And it's crazy because it's he's been having to live with this guilt of killing Penny forever, and it's interesting because Jaune was, I can't speak for him currently, but he was or should have been as lost as RWBY is now, and everything that Cheshire said, it was the people who are broken, the people who have lost their purpose, those are the ones who eventually ascend, and they get remade to try and refine their purpose or whatever. And that didn't happen with Jaune. We don't even know if ascension can happen to those that aren't native to the ever after. But if it can, that didn't happen with Jaune. So even if he lost his purpose, he still, that guilt probably projected him in a way to where he would still continue to fight, continue to try and protect the people of the ever after or that world any way he could. So probably if he's been, shooting ones with the Jap Walker this entire time, that could explain that. It's elevated him to the position of this rusted knight. It's just and it was sweet as well. His little jackrabbit thing, he called it Juniper as just a way to remember his old team. So that hit me right in the feels. Then there was the question of if we ever, well, not if, but when we leave the ever after, how do we get our Jaune back? Is it gonna be like a Chronicles of Narnia thing? Well, as soon as they leave, Jaune is just going to revert back to how he was before he fell. Is Jaune just going to stay how he is now? Is he just gonna stay an old man and just be that for the rest of the series? Or and this is what I'm worried about the most, is that everything that happened with Pure, everything that happened with Penny, they're setting up this line of Jaune always being there when people have to sacrifice themselves, when they have to make the call. So I'm wondering if something is going to happen to where when Team RWBY is trying to exit, he is going to himself have to make that call. It's survivor's guilt, He's been around these people who have given themselves up for what they all consider to be the greater good. So is he going to be waiting on his time? And once that time hits, is he gonna be like, I can do this, y'all have to go because y'all have that fight to finish, let me do this for you type thing? I I don't want that because I like Jaune and I don't want him to die. But I'm just off the wall right now, man. I'm kind of tilted. I want my Jaune back. So let's get into the episode and see what happens, because I'm expecting a flashback too, full of angst and emotion. So let's just get into it. Okay, episode 6: Confessions Within a Cumulonimbus Cloud. Okay, you know what? And 3, 2, 1, play. So, RWBY and Casey and everybody who's worked on this has been hyping up episode 6 on Twitter. They've been saying like, "Oh, look out for it," and all that, and they've been like, "Stay off of Twitter. You know, you're not gonna get spoilers. Be careful not to not to go to the spoiler tags and everything." And Twitter, being how Twitter is all like, "Oh, Bumblebee kiss." Obviously, it seems like it's most likely gonna happen this volume. Some Bumblebee kiss, and I'm like, it's probably better to temper expectations so you're not disappointed if it's not a Bumblebee kiss. But you coming in with a title like Confessions Within a Cumulonimbus Cloud, it's pretty much like the stage is set for that confession, obviously, confessions, and for that kiss. If it doesn't happen now, you just baited people hard if it doesn't happen this episode, or something. Like, I'm expecting an "I love you" or "I care about you" or something, especially because they talked about Yang having, like, knowing, oh, the mask was off. That was cool. But knowing Yang talking about knowing what it means to truly be loved, so that could come back around now. But I loved having Jaune's mask off now, because I know people talked about like it would be cool changing the opening back in volume 6, I think it was, when Cindo had a hood up and the face was darkened. So I love that they hold people and that they went through that now. So anyway. Starting off the flashbacks. I wish they did more of that first person point of view. Oh, and Crescent Rose. Wait, does he have it? It was on fire, it looked like.
Where am I?
Lost in Wonderland. First one to get here.
Yeah.
Is that the blacksmith? No. And those are clocks for the White Rabbit.
Hey, no, wait. Wait! Stop it! Please stop!
Oh, is this how we got lost? Because there were other streaks in the sky, and it looked like a yellow one and a red one. So I was wondering if this was the rest of the team would be like he was here with them, but this sent him back. Oh, okay.
I thought maybe I'd never see you again. But I knew if I waited long enough, that you would fall. Just like I did.
So that was Alex and someone else.
It's really you, right? When I saw you in the market,
Jaune, it's us.
A little.
How did you find us?
How are you the Rusted Knight? And when did you get so
Mature.
Hey!
Uh,
Weiss?
What happened in Atlas
Okay.
after the rest of us fell?
She said ice cream on deck. Sorry.
Guess we've all got a lot of catching up to do.
She's got 2 relics now?
And with Cinder, the ability to get another. She doesn't know where the beacon relic is.
Well, there's that to be thankful
It's
for.
still hidden.
We lost Atlas and the relic.
But we got everyone out safely. Jaune said so.
We risked their home to save the relic, and we failed.
Getting everyone out has to count for something.
What good is saving
Little
anybody
bit.
if Salem just destroys the world anyway?
That too.
That's how Ironwood thought. You don't mean that.
Are you done? We need to move before the weather turns, or it's going to take us a lot longer to get to safety.
Right, and that's one thing. Like Jaune's had so long to muster over these emotions.
There will be plenty of time to lick your wounds later. Come on.
He's moved past it. It's so weird.
So, where are we going again?
My village. I still can't believe you made it all the way from the Crimson Keep on your own.
Not on our own. We had help. Oh. I hope the cat is okay.
I wanna so did someone help
What
Jaune?
cat?
That cat!
Does he have beef with the cat?
Oh, whew, I found you. Why is it you always find the thing you're looking for in the very last place you look? Jaune! Oh my! It has been an indeterminate amount of time, hasn't it? So, how have you been?
Wait, you two know each other?
Well, they'd have to. From the story.
Oh, the storm cloud's
Jaune,
rolling again because
I
he's
think
mad.
there's a misunderstanding. The cat can get us all out of here.
We don't have time for this. We've got to get to my village. Don't worry. We don't need a guide.
But your friends wanted to go to the tree.
That's where you're letting them take you?
Well, yeah. That's how Alex got out. Right?
Does he know what happened to
You
Alex?
didn't tell them anything.
Did
No,
something
that's simply not true.
different
I told
happen?
them plenty of things. A few anythings and lots of somethings.
Can somebody please make sense?
That tree is death.
Hmm?
It absorbs you, takes your memories, and turns you into something else. If you go there, it's going to erase you. They call it ascension here. That's really what it is.
Wait,
Did Alice
the
ascend?
tree is what causes ascension?
That's what got the herbalist. The roots of the tree. Pretty curious that you neglected to mention that.
And he doesn't want to go back.
Excellent penmanship, but you are not from here. It won't do that to you guys.
Okay, so that
Oh, yeah? Then what happened to Lewis?
Who?
that's who Alex came with.
Alex's brother.
Yep, and that's who was in the portrait.
That can't be right. She had a brother? Why didn't you mention him?
Called it.
You never asked, silly. It was always Alex this and Alex that.
We've been following this story the whole time, and it's not even true?
Let's go. I've got a plan.
A lot of good that's done you after what? How many years?
Can everyone please stop? This is a lot to take in.
Huh? Looks like we're stuck at a crossroads then.
What?
Damn it.
How much power does that cat have?
Welcome to a thunderstorm. A weather pattern that creates a physical manifestation of a mental or emotional problem. So, we appear to be at a metaphorical and literal crossroads.
How
They split
perfectly
off from Blake and
stupidly
Yang.
ever after it. This place really is the pits.
The only way out is to resolve the problem or wait until the storm passes. Let's just get moving.
Okay, I asked for that.
I guess.
Where's Yang?
It's emotional,
And
physical.
Blake?
Must have had something bigger to work out.
So it's forcing them to confront their feelings.
Blake!
I mean, if it's based off emotion,
Yang!
this is one they have to get through at some point.
platform! But how do we take the next step?
Ooh, very topical. Taking that next step is very dangerous, but sometimes worthwhile. It's gonna be like some Indiana Jones the Penitent Man will pass thing.
You know this would go quicker if you make up your minds.
I just don't get how the story is both real and not.
Alex just left some stuff out, I guess. For whatever reason.
It all happened. Just not the way Alex said when she wrote it.
Are they seeing regrets? What is RWBY gonna see?
So, what? She just lied?
You have no idea.
Penny.
I waited for you to fall. For years. But somebody else showed up first. It was Alex. And her brother, Louis. 2 siblings from Remnant. I told them I was from there too. I was waiting for my friends.
Is he Louis like Louis and Clark?
Once I started helping them, it didn't take long for me to figure out I was in her story. I was the rusted knight.
Mm-hmm.
But things weren't always the same as the book. Like Alex. She wasn't just a little petulant or inconsiderate. She was selfish. Cruel. Like this whole world was simply make-believe and the rules didn't apply to her. Louis was the kind one. The clever one. We went places she didn't mention in the story. Like the herbalist. Something changed there. Whatever he said to her, she wasn't the same after that.
He changed her purpose.
She lost all trust in us. Started accusing us of things. The more I tried to get the story back on track, the more she distrusted me. Was it my fault? Did I change the story? I couldn't even be the make-believe hero. I didn't have time to make it right.
Is she poisoned?
The rusted knight drank the poison in her stead. She said she wouldn't let anyone get in the way of her leaving. That she'd do whatever it takes. And then she was gone.
He said drink the poison in her stead.
So, not exactly my favorite story anymore.
Does Alex drink it then?
So sorry.
Wait, why don't you trust the cat then?
The cat's role in the Ever After. I figured it out later when the cat came back for me once Alex left. When people lose their way here, the cat convinces them somehow. Either to keep performing their role or to go to the tree.
He changed the whole.
Get a new one. The cat calls it healing, but it's manipulation. The cat was never helping Alex or you. Their purpose here is to feed the tree. To keep the cycle going.
How can you be sure?
Because the cat took Alex and Louis there.
So if
Only one of them made it back to our world.
if it doesn't, can people die then? Because he was like, people don't die in the Ever After, but if you stop feeding the tree, can they then die? Okay.
You alright? I'll feel a lot better when we're together on that platform.
I still want to see what RWBY sees in that, in those little water spouts. It's probably gonna be a mom?
Is it a password or something?
Maybe herself?
Together! Platform! No luck? I'm sure you'll figure it out, though. You're good at that. You think so? Well, yeah. You've got a really good brain.
Platform? Yep.
Okay, that did something.
Being
I
open
talked
about your
you,
feelings.
So, you have cat ears.
Not exactly. Emotional. Yang.
I think your cat ears are cute.
There you go. We love our cat girls.
Even though I don't know what it is yet. Maybe it's saying things we never said to each other. I think you're an extraordinary person. You're always the first to lighten a situation. You act bravely when you're afraid. You do what you say.
Getting all these
Try to keep
feelings
up.
out in the open.
I like that you've never been intimidated by me, even when you didn't like me all that much. I was a little wary of people in general, but you never gave up on them, even when they hurt you. You never give up. You know what matters to you.
She'll always come back.
Let's make this quicker. Any big truths we haven't dropped on each other yet?
Come on, Bridge.
Did you just think of something that didn't say it?
Oof.
That can't be what this is about.
You both know
It's
it.
like a cliff. And if I do it, I'm just going to fall. I think we're already falling.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Y'all both know it's true.
I think I love you. I love you too.
Just oh, finally! I'm not even a shipping poster, but finally! Oh, I am fulfilled!
Oh, how
Oh.
odd. This time you were in the first place I looked, rather than the last.
Jaune told us.
No, I thought there was more to the story. You're accusing me of something. Same page now.
You're the one who gives afterins to the tree. Why haven't you been telling us the truth?
When afterins get all higgledy-piggledy, I help them return to the ever-after, yes. But you're not afterins. I'm not taking you there to ascend. I'm taking you there because you all have such delightful information for me.
You pretended like you'd never heard of the story when you met us. But Jaune had already told you.
I think old Jaune's maybe a few sandberries short of a picnic these days, wouldn't you say?
What happened when you took Alex and Louis to the tree?
Because if they can't ascend, what happened to
I
Louis?
don't know. She had told me she'd take me with her through the door to Remnant, but she tricked me. Just like all of you. You only want to use me in the same way I've only seen others as sources for knowledge and entertainment. Well, at least now I know what not to do.
I mean, you offer to be the guide. Are they really
We
using
just
you?
want to get home.
Like, I mean, come on, that's a
Thank
stretch.
you for this lesson, Ruby, Rose, Huntress. I'll be on my way now.
That's a
Stay
stretch.
with your friend.
And we never got to see what was in Ruby's thing. They just going.
Did we miss anything?
Feels like I've been waiting forever for that. Come on. Hey, there's something I've been holding on to for you.
That's what Cousin Will's is.
It was the first thing I saw when I was falling.
Good boy, Jean, keeping up with
Years
that.
later, when I finally found it, I knew I'd caught back up to the time of my home. Ruby?
Hey!
Hey!
Thank you, Jaune.
Don't mention it.
Jaune, what did happen to Louis?
Did Alex kill him?
I think Alex traded him to the tree in order to leave. then she wrote him out of the story. Right, everyone.
I don't want to be right. Please. I don't want to be right. Okay, so many things. So, what I forgot to mention in the little pre-episode talk I usually do, I forgot to bring up RWBY giving up her emblem to to get the nose hairs. It felt more meta in a sense that we as an audience are supposed to be like, oh, it's an emblem that's attached to you. It was probably given down by someone, or it was probably someone's emblem, and she gave that up. And it's like, but it's never really shown a purpose in the show. So I hope they go more into that anyway. But in my mind, it was more of her giving that up as a way of RWBY still not being okay with who she is and what she's after, so that emblem is kind of like an attachment to her, and so she was willing to give it up. And the same way here with Crescent Rose, I think it's like that is again a part of her. Weapons are usually described as an extension of yourself. She handcrafted Crescent Rose. She made it. It's part of her ideals of becoming a huntress, so she's not exactly ready to take it back yet. And you can see that darkness encroaching on her, kind of probably going into what happened with the blacksmith last episode. I would imagine that this idea of like setting down your burdens or washing away your burdens or whatever the blacksmith described it as, it's somehow tied to your weapon. So that kind of lost moment of RWBY, that kind of lost time from her being in there to her being in front of the team. I'm wondering if something happened there that's not going to take effect until Crescent Rose is within her grasp, or present within her, like present to her, like we just saw now. So that's that. And then again, we hear this whole different side of the story of the girl who fell through the world, and we get an answer to why Alex was not the same as she was when she came back from the ever after. Obviously, it seems like something changed when she went to the herbalist. Like it would have changed with our team if the cat didn't come in. Now, because it sounds like Herb just lost his way now, so I'm wondering like how it was originally back then, and it's just like, depending on how Alex answered that question, I'm wondering if she changed in some way, maybe meeting Jaune, maybe meeting the cat, meeting Louis. I don't know what she herself could have answered to her being that would have made her become very paranoid in that sense. But either way, you talk about getting to the tree and that being the root of the ascension, and her only able to get back because you trade Louis to basically have your escape. Like I said, we're setting up Jaune to have that self-sacrifice, and it's weighing down on him. It still is, you could see it in the water spouts. He still thinks about Penny, even though he seems more over it. Like Team RWBY, or I would say he's more accepted it at this point, but he might not be over. He still seems very quick to anger. So I can very much see, because I don't know if there's another way out of the ever after. Jaune mentioned that he had a plan, but the cat was like, oh yeah, how's that been working out for you? So unless that plan doesn't come through, the tree seems like it's going to be the only way, and if that's the only way, they're going to have to give something up. If they have to give something up, guess who's going to sacrifice themselves? It's going to be Jaune. Oh, I hope I'm not right. I honestly, I don't care what kind of bullcrap they have to pull to make it so they all get out of there. Maybe Cheshire is going to sacrifice himself, or themselves. I think they use. I think they use them for Cheshire and Little. But either way, you know, maybe Cheshire sacrifices themselves so everybody can leave. Maybe Cheshire stops changing people's hearts and feeding them so ascension isn't a thing in the ever after anymore. I don't care what kind of bullcrap they have to use. I just want my boy to be okay. Okay? That's pretty much it. I just want my boy to be okay. Then, like I said, the hype was real, the One Piece was real, we got the Bumblebee kiss, we got Blake and Yang finally letting out all of their emotions, all of their words that have been left unsaid over these 9 volumes, all coming out in one scene, in the clouds. You know, it's kind of been like a season for Yui relationships. I mean, I don't know if y'all watch anime or not, but like, it's called like the Genius Princess and something or the other. I forget the title, but that was a good woman relationship. We have the bees now, finally confirmed, finally up there with Renoa as confirmed sailing ships. So, and like I said, like, shipping in RWBY has never been like my biggest thing, but I do love a good romance, and I love seeing it actually come to fruition. So, and they've had these feelings for so long. Like, you could tell it's always been kind of like under the surface, and then you come up with like volume 6 and 7, and it's basically right there. It's like, just say it. You already know it. So now we get it. You know, it's confirmed. Like they know it. Everybody knows it. We're on the same page. Bees are confirmed. Suck it, Reddit. Yeah, but anyway, 6 for 6, volume 9. I'm loving it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.